Hello, welcome to the Totemic Mod Spotlight. Okay, so let's begin. The first thing we're going to want to do is get a whittling knife. Okay, so if we look at the whittling knife, it's made like this. And then we place down a piece of wood, and if we just right click, we can see this becomes a totem base. So let's look at the mod. So you may also want the Totemepedia, which is just logs and paper. It's like the guidebook for the mod. I may also want the totemic staff, which is made like this. So we can right click on this and we can see this totem pole is not doing a ceremony. Okay, so the totem pole can be like up to about 6 blocks tall. But we need to look at what the totem effects are. Right, so basically there's all these different effects, like it's like a beacon, and within a certain radius the totem will affect the player and even affect mobs as well. It will affect things. It will affect the cows, which you'll see when we do the buffalo ritual. Pig gives you good luck, and there's various things, water breathing, stuff like that. So I'm going to do just a couple. Like I said, it can be up to 6 tall. So the way you change it is you just right click in the air, and we're going to go Enderman for this one. We're going to right click, and then I'm going to do another one up here. And this one will be squid, and we just check. So that's squid, that's Enderman. We can see the water breathing from the squid, night vision from the Enderman. Okay, cool. And you can do I think you can do like this the totem torch as well, I believe. So that's pretty simple recipe. That's just like a torch, it's like a decorative item. There we go, it's totem torch. So we've got the totem. So what do we do now? Well, now what we need to do is we need to start thinking about performing ceremonies. So you make these things, these totem drums, and we're also going to get a flute. So the flute is an interesting thing because we can infuse it. If we take a look at the musical instruments section here, you can see the flute is quite simple. Create simple music. If we do this ceremony of flute imbuation, that will give the flute special properties. So it will. So if it does it, yeah. So if we look at that in the ceremonies section, nearby flutes are going to be infused if they're on the ground, and the infused flute will attract animals towards it, and the effect on totems is more potent. So it says musical selectors, and it says 2 flutes. So what we need to do then is we need to have, obviously for music you need more than 1 instrument. So we need to essentially we initiate the ceremony, and then we have to play it. We'll shift right click with the flute once, shift right click. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to hit the drum several times, and you can see this is going to get. Okay, so we're going to hit the drums. Basically, if the drums don't respond too much, it's best to play the flute again. Let's see if we're going to make it. I think we're just about make it. So you can see we infused the flute, right? So the infused flute actually makes it more powerful. So what it means is for for more ceremonies, it makes it easier to actually achieve it before the time runs out. So yeah, there's other things, like there's just one with the 2 drums. You have to shift right click rather. Sorry, gets you the war dance. So a good way to do it is just to hit the drums like multiple times at the beginning. To get like about half the bar done, and then just do a bit of flute as well, and that way actually the flute will have a bit more to it. And you can see that this the war dance gives you speed 2 and strength 2. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to put down I didn't turn off auto jump. I'm going to put down a wind chime. So wind chime is another musical instrument. You have to place it in a certain way, like this for instance is a good way to place it. And we can see that it requires certain things, right? So I'm going to put the wind chime down. I was actually going to talk about the teepee. Did I So the teepee you can make with wool, and basically the teepee is something which once you put it down, you can basically, it's like a bed, you can sleep in it. You can also use buffalo hide, and certain things do actually require like buffalo hide. There's buffalo teeth, buffalo meat. So this is the question, right? You can see, you can actually hear that it's making noise now. The wind chime. So what I want to do is I want to do the ritual called the Mandan Buffalo Dance, which requires the Totemic drum and the wind chime. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a little area over here with some fences, and I'm going to put a few cows in basically, and then these are going to basically get transmutated into just do it like this, might be a good idea. That should be okay. Just put some cows in. Okay, so it's just a few cows. I'm not going to go overboard with it. So now we need to do the Mandan Buffalo ritual. We want to make sure everything's kind of focused around the totem pole. So that is Totemic drum and then a wind chime. Okay, so let's get the things we need, and let's see if we can activate this. Okay. Make it that time. Let's try again then. It's not easy to do it. Alright. But I do find if you do the infused flute. Okay. 1, 2, here we go. Let's start with there we go. Okay, let's try again. It's actually a different one, the Zafkiel Waltz. Let's try it anyway, may as well. This one's actually a lot easier. Nice. Another way to do it is like this, for instance. Okay. So I just want to check the order to press these in. So the Mandan Buffalo Dance, it's a Totemic drum and then the wind chime, okay. Doing better this time. Yeah, it certainly helps a lot. Yeah, that's going to be easy this time. So doing this sort of technique works. Okay, so you can see then the buffalo will then transmuted. Okay. So say we just we'll kill the buffalo. Let's see what we get. So we've got some buffalo hide and a buffalo tooth. Okay, so the buffalo tooth we could then use to make the rattle. Okay, so the rattle is an interesting instrument, right? Like what you can do with the rattle is, if we look in here, let's see if I can find it. In musical instruments, rather. So it's a backbone of ceremonies for as long. So it's a pretty good one, basically. It can be played while sneaking so as to activate ceremonies. and it can be used in dual wield. So what I can do is I can put it in the offhand, and then this is going to give us like more ability to conduct the ceremonies, right? Just trying to think now what other things there are to the jingle dress. The faster you run, the more music create. Okay, so you can actually put a. Okay, interesting. So if we put this armor on, then no, not jingle. Yeah. So that possibly also increases the amount you get from it. And yeah, so let's try. What is the rain dance? So this was the one I was actually accidentally doing. So let's actually go to this one because it actually makes sense. Things what happen. So the Zafkiel Wars is a strong growth ceremony. Nearby plants will grow faster than usual. Chickens will grow out their eggs quickly. Okay, so let's see if we can activate this on a sapling. Okay. Okay, so I think we could probably just drop some eggs as well. So let's just drop a few eggs. See if we can. I'll just put some more nearer the totem as well. Okay, so we want to see if we can activate this ceremony, right? Yep. So this is Flute and Totemist for the Zafkiel Waltz. Let's see if. No, you see sometimes. Oh no, the problem was I didn't remove it from my hand. That was why that happened. But yeah, so the rattle. Let me just. I'm just curious how we're going to get. It's difficult actually. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to. We can get it's kind of interesting. I almost did it and I wasn't even trying to do it at that time. Alright, so we need to do one flute. Okay, let me try again. One flute. Drought ceremony. Okay, I've managed to do that one by mistake then. When in doubt, just smack the fucking drums. That's what I've realised. Shit. Man, it is difficult to do some of these things. Alright, so flute. You see, this is the problem because a lot of them have got the same recipe. Oh no, that's flute and rattle. That's why. Okay, the drought is flute and rattle. So as long as I don't use the rattle, I should be able to get it. Okay. So yeah. Honestly, the only one that's kind of different is this: the Chimes of Death, which is wind chime and flute, and that will actually summon a mob, which you have to fight. So let's do. So the flute. There we go. It's not that difficult. I think I'm just being stupid with it. I think we're going to do it just with this. Okay. Oh shit. Well, that worked. Cool. So yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about this thing, the bark stripper as well. So this is made like that. Let's get rid of that thing. You can see I'm actually able to strip the bark off the log. What is the benefit of that? I'm not sure about that bit. The red cedar tree is a large tree that has magical properties, so it's wood is especially used for carving totem poles out. Okay, so this is where you actually want to carve the. Can we use like regular wood, and you can use a bark stripper to remove its bark. Did I actually get the bark though? Yeah, the only problem is that I don't actually see where you get the. Oh, I suppose, yeah. Yeah, and okay, so for that you get 5 planks from that. And what about this? This is just regular wood. This only gives you actually 3 planks. Okay, so it's obviously used for the. Yeah, I didn't actually. Probably shouldn't have grown quite so many of them. It's quite a serious tree actually. And yeah, it's kind of blocked everything now. But yeah, I mean, I could show the other ritual. It's like just spawns a mob basically. But I think I've. Oh yeah, the medicine bag. The medicine bag is also an interesting thing. Just made with some buffalo hide, buffalo tooth, and some cedar. What you can do is say I want to get, like, for instance, this is the this was the Enderman one, right? And you see now it's got the medicine bag of Enderman in it, right? Because basically, once I move away from this area, I'm only about 10 blocks away. My night vision is going to go away, right? So what this does is when you're in the area, it fills it up. So you can see it's basically full now, and it says medicine bag closed. But you see, once I go away from here, I'm going to actually lose the effect. Like for instance, I think it is about 10 blocks. So if I stand here, which is about 10 blocks away or more, it's gone, right? But if I open the medicine bag, so the medicine bag is now open, the effect, I've got it as, and it's going to start draining it, and then I can just close it again to remove it again. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, so there are, like I say, there are a couple of other rituals, so the ceremonies. So really, the ones I haven't looked at, the rain dance, it will bring rain. You need the rattle and the flute. I guess I could try it. I'm not sure if I've got enough space here, but so we'll just do the rattle and the flute. The problem is if I right, because the problem is that both of these have got right-click functionality, so you can't really do it the way you might want to. But like I said before. No, that's nice, that one. Yeah, the rattle makes things a lot easier. It's also doing growth ticks and stuff. Let's now do the drought one. So the drought one is flute and okay. Isn't that the same? There we go. Drums really do have to do most of anything. I think we're going to make it. There we go. And they do various things, don't they? And the final one is Chimes of Death. He attacks with invisible arrows. And that's the wind chime and the flute. And this one is super hard to even get to appear. So I'm going to do time set day. Let's just try this one. I may not be able to get it. I'm not going to focus too much on this because it's probably quite difficult anyway. The wind chime and the flute. Quite get it. You know what? I think I will just. You know what? I could just spawn the thing in, but yeah. Let me just. Oh, wait a minute. I'm in peaceful, so that's why it didn't work. I think that's probably why it didn't work. Let me actually not spawn it in because I would like to see if I can actually get it to work. So let's just do. I tell you what I'm going to do. Whatever happens, I'm just going to. Obviously, I've gone through like the whole lot of the mod now. There's nothing really else to talk about. So obviously, there's the bow dropped from this mob, right? If I get it, I'm not going to spawn it in, but I'm going to just try and get it and try and see what I can do. So we're in easy mode, wind chime and flute. Let's try and get it. Come on. Almost there. So yeah, this is sort of the strategy, I think. No, that's so close. Didn't quite get it. Alright, well, I guess I'm going to have to just leave that for another time then. Alright, thanks for watching.